What's good, everybody? All Ball Podcast here. I'm Josh, and this is Connor. Today we're going to be discussing both MLB and NBA topics. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I say we get into baseball again first.
Yeah.
So we'll start. We'll start from the top, or is one of these you want to pick specifically?
No. We could.
What you trying to do?
We'll start from the top.
Okay.
I'll start from the top because
Take it from the top.
the Angels.
Your favorite team, right?
No. The Angels have been having some issues, kinda, with their pitching this year, and that's always been their problem. Has been their pitching.
Imagine if you stayed an Angels fan.
Imagine, it's been miserable.
If you guys didn't know, Josh was born a Lakers
I was not gay when I was born.
Josh was born an Angels fan, but he had
Ew.
he switched when he was like 6. He said.
Yeah, 5 or 6. So the Angels have been having pitching problems, and the Astros have been struggling, but so have the Angels. So it's kind of like the battle of the struggles right now between them. Jared Walsh went 4 for 4 in the first game of the series, and him and Justin Upton hit back-to-back homers to beat the Astros 5-4 in that first game of the series. And then in the second game of the series, another very bright game for the Angels. But it didn't.
Very bright.
No, it was bright. But the thing is, because Ohtani went 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 10 strikeouts.
Good shit, Ohtani. And didn't he start playing right field after that?
Yeah, so in order for him to stay in the lineup, he came out pitching. He came out of the game pitching and went in as a right fielder. So that's good to see him adapting to a position in the field because he's not going to be able to DH every day. And if he wants to hit every day, then he's going to have to learn how to play a position when he's done pitching.
So you could pitch. So you could pitch, and you can't hit as a pitcher, right, in that league, or in his league that
But
pitchers
you
do it.
don't have to have a DH. It's not mandatory.
Oh, okay. But so he is hitting.
Yeah.
Okay. Because in my head I was thinking like, it's the AL that does it, right? You gotta.
The AL is a DH.
Okay. Because in my head I thought you had to have.
No.
Okay, never mind. Because I was gonna say he went into right field just so he could start hitting, but he hits as a pitcher, yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter that he's right field.
Mm-mm.
Right, continue. Then
So
my bad.
that was just for him to be able to stay in the lineup. Because
Okay.
if he came out of the game pitching,
Then he comes out of the game.
Out of the
Yeah, I
lineup
get you.
completely.
I get you. He's just that nice.
Well, he's just a good ass hitter, so they had to put him somewhere. So Ohtani had a solid outing. He's been solid this year on the mound, and then it was basically 1-1 the whole entire game, or it was 1-0 Astros the whole entire game until the 8th, and the Angels scored 1 and tied it up, and then as soon as the Angels bullpen came in, they got 3 outs in total and gave up 4 runs.
They're shit. Aaron Sleggers.
Aaron Sleggers.
Alex Claudio?
He's actually not terrible. Aaron Sleggers isn't terrible.
Oh yeah, he pitched for 1 out and gave up a run.
He gave up a hit, 2
a
runs,
hit, 2 runs,
and a walk.
Yeah, he sucks. And he's
So-
number 57, so fucking he's
So
even
the
worse. He's
Angels
terrible.
basically blew Shohei Ohtani's good, solid 7-inning outing, and just gave it away just like that in 1 inning. They put up a 4 spot, and the Angels didn't do anything in the 9th, so the Angels lost that game. So I think the Angels need to start investing in pitching. I've been saying this since.
Off season. I remember you saying it off season. I'm sure you've been saying it for longer.
I'm pretty sure I've been saying this since probably
Dodger games on, by the way.
2013.
Oh, okay, so it has been longer.
Yeah, so they are in LA.
They are in LA. Lakers are beating the Rockets right now in LA.
So
The Lakers G League team is beating the Rockets team.
the Rockets are a G League team.
The Rockets are a G League team. Sorry ass franchise.
Yeah, so the Angels need to, if the Angels want to contend this year, they need to go get an ace at the deadline. Whether that's Shane Bieber, don't know. But they like to trade their pitching away, the Indians do. So,
How good is Ohtani?
Well,
Because he can hit just to give me perspective. Because fucking what's his name? KD said he was MVP, but that's Kevin Durant. So I don't know if I could trust him all that well.
Okay, so there hasn't been a successful two-way player in forever.
Okay.
Since Babe Ruth.
Okay.
So
Babe Ruth used to pitch?
yeah.
Nice.
So he has. Oh boy, Turner. He has 25 innings pitched and 6 runs given up. That's a 2.1 ERA.
That's pretty good.
That is very good.
Okay.
Hitting wise, he's hitting 265 with 10 homers and 26 RBIs.
And that's also good.
That is also pretty good for someone who also pitches. So, yeah, he has to be MVP.
Okay. Well,
He's doing everything.
I just didn't know how much to trust Kevin Durant's baseball take.
It's kind
you know
of
what I'm saying?
it's kind of unfair though. It's not unfair that he's just more talented than everybody, but like people only normally do one side of the ball, and he's doing both. And
so you have to give it to him,
and he's successful at both. So far, he's probably the MVP
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
His teammate Mike Trout's hitting like 380 though. He's okay. He's an okay player.
How good is he on MLB The Show?
He's a gold, so he's all right.
Gold. I feel like that's not even that good.
Yes. Max Muncy just went deep for the second night in a row. Put the Dodgers up 4-1 in the 5th inning
Against Sid the Sloth.
against Sid the Sloth himself.
Who is that?
Sid the Sloth. Do you think I know who that is? That's a random. That is like a dairy store worker. Don't know who that is.
Dairy store?
Yeah.
You go to the store and buy dairy, straight up dairy?
Yes.
What do they sell at the dairy store? Milk, cheese, and ice cream, or what?
Yeah, milk cheese, ice cream, and sour cream.
Sour cream dairy?
Don't know.
All right, anyways, speaking of the Dodgers, the next topic that you had written down was Gavin Lux.
Yeah, so...
I'm guessing you're talking about fucking last night?
Yeah, so the Dodgers have been struggling over the past weeks. Literally everybody knows that. The Dodgers have been struggling.
I hate that.
They literally, like... We just haven't got, like, a clutch hit to, like, get us back in the rhythm. So, last... I'm laughing at the topic you're writing down.
Yes.
So last night...
Last one.
Excuse me. Last night, Gavin Lux hit a go-ahead 3-run homer in the bottom of the 8th, pounded his chest, and just said, let's fucking go. And the Dodgers are also up 4-1 right now. And I told my grandpa this morning, I said, I think we're going to turn it around right now because I think that put, like, a jolt into us almost. Like a let's get going, you know? Like, every team needs that hype moment to turn their season around. Or just to put the momentum back on their side.
That was the moment.
I think that was the moment. And now we're getting doubles down the line from Will Smith, who looked like last week he didn't know, like he was swimming with his eyes closed. So everyone's starting to hit again.
So you said that was Gavin Lux's first what yesterday?
Home run of the year.
That was his first one?
Yeah.
For sure. I remember you guys were making a big deal about that.
Yeah, so the Dodgers hit 3 games back from the Giants as the Giants are 22-14. Tied for the best record in the
Giants
MLB.
are going to slow down though, yeah?
Should eventually.
Okay. Just making sure.
But yeah, so shout out to Gavin Lux, and it looks like we're snapping back into it. But moving on to some other hot teams and cold teams, kind of. So the Indians, who I just mentioned, they might have to trade Shane Bieber to the Angels. Probably won't end up if they keep the pace that they're going because they're 20-14.
What do you mean they're going to have to trade him to the Angels?
Well, because if you're a shit team, like
get what you can from him.
Yeah,
I get what you mean.
So like trade them away for good pieces. So the Indians are 20-14, half a game out of first, and they've won 8 out of their last 9. They had a walk-off single today, so everything's going right for the Indians. And then 2 other teams in that division that have totally flipped it around. 1 negative, 1 positive is the White Sox. The White Sox were just in.
I just seen the Royals.
Yeah, the White Sox were. They were in 4th place for the longest time.
I do remember that.
Kind of just chilling down there, like kind of like the Yankees. Just when are we gonna snap into it? When are we gonna snap into it? And over the past week and a half, they've snapped back into it. They're now 20-13 and lead the AL Central. And the Royals were the best team in baseball, I think, 2 weeks ago, and they've lost their last 10 games.
So about 10 games ago, they were the best team.
No, they were better than that. They were 15 and 7.
Shit.
They were.
So they. Oh my god. What happened?
They've lost 10 straight.
Okay, no shit. They've lost 10 straight. What happened to the team?
I don't know. I haven't been keeping up with them, but then I just looked earlier and I was like, they've lost their last 2 to the Tigers. They got swept by the White Sox. They got swept by the Indians.
And they lost the series against the Twins.
They lost 2 or 3 to the Twins. They split with the Pirates, and then this is when they were good, was right here. So they've just been...
Did they just have... I see that was the Tigers. Did they just have an easy-ass start of the season, or what? No.
Well, this is spring training.
Yeah, I realize that.
So, Rangers, Indians, okay. White Sox,
White Sox while they were bad, though, before they snapped into
Angels, when they were good. They took the series against them. Blue Jays,
they were shit.
Sucked. They swept the Blue Jays. So it wasn't like they had a bad... Because, they're playing the Rays.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
They just really slowed down and finally hit reality.
Snap back to reality.
Yeah,
Oh, there
and
goes
then-
gravity.
Another turnaround team was the Yankees because they were in fourth place literally like I swear like 4 days ago, and now all of a sudden they're 8-2 in their last 10 games.
Only half a game above my Blue Jays.
Yeah, it looks like you guys are somewhat turning it on
A little bit. We did start
Slowly.
off very slow.
Yeah.
We started off very slow.
But luckily, it being MLB season, a full season, you can afford that.
Remember when the Orioles were at the top of the division?
Yeah, I know.
That lasted long.
Yeah, but moving on from that, you can.
So our last
you can get
baseball
into
topic
this.
that I decided to write down just now. So if you watch basketball, there's something that's been going on the past couple of years
JT Chargois.
where if you dunk on someone, you tap the top of your head because it was on his head. You dunked on his head. It was like you dunked on his head top. That's what this is, right? Last night I saw it was Gavin Lux, right? Hit the go-ahead homer, and then he started fucking smacking his chest. But along with that celebration, he started tapping his helmet, and I was like, "What the heck?" Like that. That's kind of funny, like that they're doing that. And
That's
then
kind of funny that they're doing.
and then
that.
I see the whole bench doing that, and I was like, "Wait, why is the whole bench doing that?" And apparently, you guys just do that.
Yeah, that's
They did
that's,
it. They did it on a single earlier. Like they just got a single and they started tapping their head. So I was like, okay, let's not disrespect the tapping of the head celebration.
It's not disrespectful.
Obviously, there's nothing I can do about it. The Dodgers are enjoying it, which it's a great celebration. It's very simple and it's disrespectful. So obviously, like, do what you got to do. But that used to be reserved for dunking on someone, not getting a fucking base hit. Which obviously it's baseball. Do what you got to do. Another one on the same play.
They only do that on homers though. This second.
I'm
part.
glad they at least only do that on homers. Another one. I think Russell Westbrook, I don't want to say invented it, but popularized it. I'm going to have to stand up for this one. It's when he scored on Patrick Beverly, I believe.
Probably.
Patrick Beverly was short. So he did this celebration. He put his hand down because he was too little. I don't know if you see that in front of that. He put his hand down because he was too little, too short.
To guard him.
They hit a homer, in basketball because he hit a jump shot on him. In baseball, after that homer, they went like this, and then they did that. And I was like, what the heck? That's not... It makes
my type of move.
It makes no sense. Just because, like, logically, tapping your head is because you dunk on someone's head. Putting your hand down is because they're too little. There's no real correlation in baseball, which at first, last night I was kind of mad about it. Just now I was kind of mad about it. That's why I wrote it down. But now that I'm talking about it, I don't know why I'm mad. It's a celebration, like show your emotion. If you're happy, do whatever you want. So I actually don't really care.
But it's just funny that it correlates.
Yeah, it's just funny that I don't want to say they took it, but they adopted it. Because I seen it yesterday and I was like, what the heck are they doing? That looks familiar. Anyways, that's just a little rant I had to go on. I go on a rant about baseball every now and then. Like when they do dumbass fights or when they tap the top of their head.
Yeah, moving on to NBA now. Just one topic, and then we're going to go over our awards. So Jaylen Brown has something happen with his wrist, and now he's out for the year.
Did you see the picture today?
No.
He was in his cast now.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, so unfortunately.
So now the Celtics aren't doing shit in the playoffs.
Yeah, Celtics had a good look for the playoffs, especially because they were going to face one of the top teams. Hopefully, if they went into the... I think what would be best for them at the time was lose the play-in game, the first game, win the second game, so that they could be the 8th seed. So you could play the Sixers first instead of the Nets. Because I honestly think that they could have taken out the Sixers. Unfortunately, Jaylen Brown got hurt, so that really... Like, you guys could still try your best in the playoffs, but there's no real goal at that point because... Like, what the fuck are you guys going to do? You know what I'm saying? What are you guys going to do without your second-best player? And not just second-best player. He's, like, super important to that team. Like, he adds so much to that team offensively and defensively and just all around. Like, he does a lot of little stuff, too.
Most improved player right there. I'm just playing.
I was going to say, you might have had that written down. I wouldn't put it past you.
And then another note is Donovan Mitchell's out for the rest of the regular season. So we'll see him back here pretty soon, I'm sure.
Yeah. Honestly, if I'm him,
I fucking hate CBS.
I doubt. Let me just. In terms of right now, so the 10 seed's not passing up the 9 seed. The 9 seed and 8 seed are a bit iffy. It's about half a game off between the Grizzlies and Warriors. I see the Warriors winning the 8th seed because I see the Lakers just in terms of where everything is right now. I see the Lakers winning the 7th seed and the Warriors winning the 8th seed. The Jazz can't really take a break on the Warriors. No. Like you can.
Score.
You can rest Mitchell a little bit, maybe like minutes restriction, but Curry is not to be played with. Especially not this season with him going off. He has something. I don't think he has something to prove, but he's definitely proving something that he did not need to prove.
He's just escalated his game. That's it.
And to a great extent. I think he's probably going to be he's probably going to win the scoring title this year, which is insane.
Wait.
What?
Oh, I'm an idiot. I thought you were saying Donovan Mitchell at first.
No, Stephen
Curry has escalated his game as well.
Yes, no, they both have escalated.
No, that's why I was confused.
But specifically Curry, that's what I'm saying.
You said scoring title, and I was like, Donovan Mitchell has like 24 points a game.
Yeah, no. I was talking about Stephen Curry.
Oh yeah, but anyways, moving on. So this week was kind of like dry for NBA, just because like it's the final few games, and like
everyone's just wrapping up their season.
Yeah, like there's no point in him saying that like you can say you think the Lakers are gonna get the 7 and the Warriors are gonna get the 8. But, like, you can't say, oh, I think that the Lakers are going to beat the Warriors in this game because nothing's really official yet.
Exactly.
It can be moved around.
Mavericks could turn out to be the 7th seed. Trailblazers could turn out to be the 7th seed. The Warriors might even turn out to be the 9th seed. They're only half a game above them right now.
Yeah.
So who knows?
So it's kind of like no point in, like, really talking about that type of stuff. But
as the season is wrapping up,
that means awards are coming
up. Oh, my fuck. Lakers are only up by 2 points against the shitty-ass Rockets. No way this is real.
Blazers won, too.
Fuck, we needed them to... I don't think we have any chance at the 5 seed anymore. So at this point... Okay.
Oh, look, they're just showing it.
Just in terms of talking... I know, it's right here. Just in terms of where we're at now. Trailblazers won. I don't want us to be the 6th seed and have to play the Clippers first round. So I think the smartest thing for us is to stay in the play-in and get the Suns instead. Oh. If this is live, the net... You know what? We still have...
2 games.
We still have time.
There's not much time.
I think we either need to be the 5 seed or the 7 seed. Let's dodge the 6 seed. But moving on. We said that we wouldn't talk about it because LeBron wants to fucking sit out. We're even winning without him.
You're about to, buddy.
Sorry, Lakers are just...
You know where you're going to check back and you guys are going to be losing.
Lakers are just fucking... Oh, my God.
So, moving on to awards. Which award should we start with?
Let's start with the bottom and go up. So...
What's the most pointless award?
Coach of the Year?
Coach of the Year.
Might as well. Coach of the Year. I already know you're Coach of the Year because...
You've seen it.
Yeah, because I've seen it. Don't look at... Yeah, I'm going to move mine just a little bit. So, tell them you're Coach of the Year. I actually wrote 3 Coaches of the Year, but I have 1, like, winner. 1
winner?
Yeah.
Okay, I just did 1 just because, like...
Because it's Coach of the Year.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't, gonna be like, oh, well, this guy was...
No, I was writing 3 for all of them, so I was just like, fuck it, I'll write 3 coaches. So who's your Coach of the Year? Tell them.
So my Coach of the Year is Monty Williams of the Phoenix Suns.
Of the Phoenix Suns.
The Phoenix Suns themselves.
Of the Broadest Suns.
Yeah, so the Suns were...
the last team in the West last year.
That's
the 2019 season,
yeah.
2 years ago, they were the worst team in the whole league, and that's how they got DeAndre Ayton.
Oh, wait, actually, yeah, that's not bad to mention. I accidentally looked up the wrong year, but... Yeah, so 2 years ago, they were just the worst team in the league.
Last year, they were the 10 seed.
Last year, they were the 10 seed at 34-39. They went undefeated in the bubble and missed the playoffs. So before the bubble, they were...
bad.
28-39.
Yeah, they were bad.
So they ended up acquiring Chris Paul, which is huge, which obviously that's going to help Monty Williams' case a lot.
A lot.
And this year they are 48-21, 2 games out of first, and
no one expected them to be there at all.
No. What was my guess? Like 6-7?
Something. I think we all guessed around. I guessed 7-ish seed.
I think you said 7-8. Not
yeah, I think so. I think I said 7-8.
I think I was a 6-7, which is still terrible because they are the 2 seed and they were just the 1 seed the other day.
They fucking took my Lakers spot. I had the Lakers getting like first.
Yes, Lux. Yes.
Would you look at that? A single.
Woo-hoo! Bro, it's good when everybody starts
No,
hitting.
I understand.
Hitting
I
is
understand,
contagious.
I understand.
Hitting is contagious.
Anyways, so
That's my coach of the year.
what you just said, how Chris Paul helped out his case a lot.
Is why he's
That
going
is
to win it?
No. If he won it, I would not be surprised at all.
Oh, so he's not your coach of the year.
He's not my coach of the year.
Who is?
So my coach of the year is Quinn Snyder.
Who the fuck is that?
That is the Jazz coach.
I figured it was going to be
So-
the Jazz coach.
The way that I differentiated the two, the Suns added Chris Paul. So in my opinion, that's a big asset, and we have seen what Chris Paul has done for teams. We've seen that before. In my opinion, I'm going to actually look it up because you looked it up, and that's kind of smart.
So can I say something while you're looking this up?
Say something.
So I think that Monty Williams deserves it more because, like, I don't think NBA, like, vote. What do you call the vote people?
What? So voting is between media. Well, it depends. For coaches, I don't know who votes coach of the year.
Okay, well,
But most of the time, it's media, GMs, and coaches.
Okay, so the GMs and coaches, I don't think that they're going to be like, oh, they're only that good because of Chris Paul.
Oh, I doubt it.
I think that they will credit the coach a little more. And sure, the Jazz were what, 7-6-5 last year?
They were a
Something like
6
that.
seed last year.
So they were a 6 seed last year with 44 wins.
My bad.
But I do think that 14, 15 game jump with, 10 less games this year?
Yeah.
So,
Well, they didn't play 82 last year.
What would they play? Like, what did the Suns play? 73? 73 games, and they're at 69 right now. So about the same games, actually.
It's pretty close.
Almost. They'll be 2 games short.
It's pretty close.
So they had like a 14-game jump with still a few games to go. I just think that Monty Williams deserves it.
No, so I don't think Monty Williams doesn't deserve it.
Yeah, you just think.
The reason why I give it to the Jazz, again, like I said, I credit a lot of the Suns' success, or not success, but like jump to Chris Paul.
He deserves it, though.
I credit a lot of the Jazz to their coach just because you look at their roster this year and you look at their roster last year, not much changed. Nothing crazy changed. And through that, they became the best team in the whole NBA. So the only thing that could have happened is that the team started working better, which they did. If you're watching Jazz this year, the Jazz might be the most well-oiled machine, like team. They move so smoothly with each other. I don't know who to credit that to besides the coaching.
They are a team.
You could credit it to the players because obviously it's them the ones doing it. But I give a lot of that to the coach, and that's why I have him. Because when you're on the Suns, you add personnel by adding Chris Paul. You add something on the court that makes the whole team better. Chris Paul makes everybody around him better. When you don't change much in a starting five or even most of the roster, and the team just out of nowhere jumps up and gets better, the only one you can really credit that to is the coach. That's why I give Quinn Snyder coach of the year. Now, if Monty Williams wins coach of the year, 100% Monty Williams deserved it. But I'm giving my vote.
I'm curious to see who's your 3 is.
Quinn Snyder.
I didn't write down 3 for coach of the year just because, like...
No, I get what you're saying. But I'm guessing your number 2 would be Quinn Snyder, probably. My 3rd was Tom Thibodeau.
That is Knicks?
The Knicks.
Okay.
So the reason why I give it to them, I mean, they have made additions. Nothing like that we expected to go crazy. And they're the 4 seed. I give a lot of that to the coach. The coach seeing what he had on his plate, and he did the best to
mesh them
together. And he did pretty good. He got a 4 seed. I'm guessing people assumed the Knicks. What did we even guess the Knicks were going to be?
Shit.
Like, not even playoffs type shit. I didn't think they were making the playoffs. Right now they're tied for the 5 seed, and they're half a game behind the 4 seed. And that's because the Lakers just beat them last night. So I think that Tom Thibodeau did a great job with what he had. And I see you pulled up.
I think this is an honorable mention right here.
That's a great honorable mention. Nate McMillan of the Atlanta Hawks.
Last year he took over mid-year and went 8-0 with them.
There you go. And right now he's a 4 seed.
So I think that's a solid honorable mention.
Yeah, for sure. I just like Thibodeau. I like him. Except when he fucking ruined Derrick Rose's career. Fuck Tom Thibodeau. I can't read that fast.
Long libido.
I'm still mad at him to this day about that.
Yeah, so what do we want to do next? Sixth man of the year? I think we both got the same sixth man of the year.
Let's do most improved first.
Most improved?
Yeah. Let me hear your... And I...
No, you go first this time.
Okay. I have 4. One of them has an asterisk, and I'll explain why, but I don't think he counts.
Okay.
So my first... Should I give you who I think deserves it?
Yeah.
I think Julius Randle deserves it.
I think so, too.
I think that's pretty... I wouldn't say obvious because there are other candidates, but Julius Randle played for about half the year at an MVP status. For the next half of the year, slightly below, but fucking what was he last year? He wasn't even close to an MVP last year. Yeah. Julius Randle deserves it. He's been playing out of his mind. I'll pull up his stats right now while you talk about it for a little bit, but...
Yeah, so Julius Randle, I think, deserves it as well. I wrote down Jeremy Grant first, but I think Julius Randle deserves it.
That's no problem.
I think,
I said that's not a problem.
Yeah, I think,
You know how when you look up people on... Who did we look up on Google last time? And it was like a bunch of pictures of their teammates under his name. It was fucking Reggie Bullock, and it said Julius Randle.
I would give it to Julius Randle over Jeremy Grant because, one, stats are better.
So, speaking of stats, according to this day, he's averaging 24 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists. So, 24, 10, and 6 on...
What, like 51% shooting?
46, which is still pretty good. 46 and 41% from 3, 41.5% from 3, which is very good for him because he...
Not a lethal shooter.
Last year, he shot 27 from 3. So he went from 27% to basically 42% in a year.
That's 15%.
That's improvement.
And also, the Knicks are winning games and the Pistons aren't.
The Pistons aren't winning games.
So it's like, I would give another slight... Like, he was already like this, but now it's like... Yes, I would say.
Because it's meaningful basketball. It's not empty stats.
Yep. Who's your 3?
Okay, so my second is okay, we're up 4. Lakers are up 4. My second is Christian Wood, but there's an asterisk by his name because he only played 40 games this season.
Yeah, no.
So I don't think that counts just because of how long he missed. Which, if he played the whole season, I definitely think he's up there with the most improved. But at the same time, like, if you miss that many games, I don't know if he even technically qualifies. Because I know if you miss a certain amount of games, you really don't qualify for the award. But I had him up there. Maybe we'll say honorable mention, but my real second is Jeremy Grant. And we talked about Jeremy Grant. He's putting up insane numbers of his own on a new team. Because now he has the floor to do whatever he wants with. He wasn't on the Nuggets. Even though I liked him on the Nuggets, but now that he has room to do whatever he wants to do, he's doing whatever he wants to do.
Yeah.
Speaking of those stats, he's putting up, by the way, 22, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Which is a little bit less, but...
Still solid.
Still solid.
I have like an honorable mention, kind of. But it might be slightly biased, Jaylen Brown.
I don't think that's crazy.
It's not crazy.
It's from the 20 points to 24 points. His rebounds went down, but like they basically stayed the same. Assists went up a little bit. And his defensive presence has shown a lot more this year. Lakers are only up 1 point. His defensive presence he's always been a good defender, but I feel like it's more noticeable this year.
Yeah. And I just feel like he's growing. Him and Tatum are both growing as players. But, I mean, that might be slightly biased.
Nah, sorry. My third was Michael Porter Jr., but, oh my God, why are you looking at me like I'm wrong?
I'm not wrong. It's just like...
Let me pull up the stats to fucking go side by side. Because your third place guy went up by 4 points and an assist. And yours better not load faster than mine. There's no way. Oh, okay. Last year, he averaged 9 points, okay? This year, he's averaging 19 points.
I didn't notice that.
So,
I'll be honest.
That is why
I'll be honest. He deserves it more than Jaylen Brown.
I don't know why you looked at me weird.
No,
I understand you didn't.
No, I'm going to be honest. I did not know he's averaging 20 points.
So, last year...
I didn't even know he played 59 games.
He played more games than Jeremy Grant.
Jeremy
Grant's at 54.
I didn't even know he played 59 games. I feel like he was out for a while.
I'm sure he was out for... So, last year, he averaged... We'll round up for him. He averaged 10 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. This year, he jumped up all of those, averaging 20 points, 6 rebounds, and 0.3 more assists.
7 rebounds, 7.4.
Oh, what did I say?
6, but that's defensive.
Oh,
rebounds.
yeah, 7 rebounds, and then
1
an assist. His blocks and steals went up just by a little bit. His turnovers went up just a little bit. His field goal percentage, he went from shooting 51% to basically 55%, which shooting 55% and 45 from 3, that's fantastic efficiency.
I'll be honest, I did not know he was having that good.
He's having a great season.
I didn't know.
I have him third, just because you don't like to give second year players most improved. It's a kind of a trend that's been going on for a while in the NBA. You don't really want to give sophomores because you kind of expect them to improve in their second year.
Yeah.
But he doubled his points, so I at least had to put him on there. He went from 10 to 20.
Yeah.
So, and he's had some crazy games this year. Not to mention that they trust him in the clutch. So that's my most improved. It's Julius Randle, though.
It has to be.
It has to be. Moving on, you want to do 6-man?
Yeah.
Okay, we could do 6-man of the year. I'll let you go first again.
My 6-man of the year is Jordan Clarkson.
Okay, my 6-man of the year is also Jordan Clarkson.
I didn't like.
I don't think
I feel like this was kind of obvious.
Yeah, he is probably the 6-man of the year. He started off the season super hot. He slowed down a little bit.
But still, he's
But that's
he's
only
still
because-
averaging what, like 17.
I was gonna say that's
I'll
only
guess
because
17.
that's only because of how hot he started the season that it seems like he slowed down. I think it might be a little bit less than that. But I'll stat check it right now. But yeah, he started off super hot. He went through a cold streak where he was only shooting like 30%, but he got out of that. Yeah, no, fuck. This year he's averaging 18 points off the bench, which no one else is competing with that off the bench. He's also getting 4 rebounds and a couple assists, and he's shooting 42%. He's doing great. He's doing fantastic. So I don't think anybody's really debating that. I put a couple honorable mentions just because I was doing it for all of them, but it's Jordan Clarkson is going to win that, and I don't think there's any debate to that. Do you have second and third for that or no?
Grant Williams. No, it's fucking terrible. No, there's no.
Yeah, so my second was Montrezl Harrell. I know that is very biased, but when I watch Laker games, seeing him come off the bench, he just gives our team so much energy. He grabs crazy rebounds that
Not
he
over
shouldn't
the last
get.
few games, though. I feel like he's been dry.
That's because our whole team's been dry the past few games. I wouldn't give anybody an award on our past few games. And lastly, I just put Derrick Rose up there. He's had a good season for the Knicks coming off the bench. And I think that's also a little bit more biased. My second and third were biased just because I love Harrell because he's on my team, and I love Rose because he's Derrick Rose. Like, how do you not love him, you know?
Yeah. I get you.
Moving on, Defensive Player of the Year. Would you like me to go first, I guess, since we're going back and forth?
Sure. Who's your winner?
My winner? I don't have a winner. But because this year hasn't been like a crazy outstanding year of defense from anyone. Like, it's been good defense from a lot of great defenders, but like last year it was pretty obviously Giannis was either Giannis or Gobert. The year before that it was clearly Gobert. This year I have Gobert winning. I have Gobert being the best defensive player in the league, and I also credit that to the Jazz being so good. That his defense is a big part of that. So that's why I give it to Rudy Gobert this year. Who's your first place?
It's Rudy Gobert,
Gobert.
It's because of their success.
Yeah.
Because Miles Turner is second for me, and 3.4 blocks a game and a steal a game is insane.
He probably has the best defensive stats.
Yeah, but when you think about it, though, like people are more scared of Gobert.
100%. So people will be so scared they won't even drive. And that just basically says, like, he gets blocks because people are driving on the Pacers like they're fucking nobodies. Mm-hmm. You can't drive on the Jazz like that. So they just don't.
So just because of, like, stats don't say everything in my opinion.
100%.
So I think that's why it goes to Gobert just slightly. Mm-hmm. I looked up Bam Adebayo's stats.
Bam Adebayo is he's a contender.
He's a good defender, but I get that stats don't say everything. 1-1, like.
It's 1-1.
1 steal, 1 block a game. That's what he's averaging.
I don't have Gobert stats up, but I don't think Gobert stats are all that crazy. But I'll look them up right now.
Right here.
Oh, you have them?
Oh, fucking.
It's loading.
2.2 and 0.7. So
yes, about 3-1 ish. The thing is with Gobert, or not Gobert, with Bam Adebayo, I don't think he's much of like a shot blocker,
Contester.
but he's more of like a shot contester. Like he will make you miss the shot without touching the ball and like without fouling you either. But
the only reason I even looked up Bam is because he said on live television he should be Defensive Player of the Year.
So
did you see that?
my second place said the same thing, but it's a different person. My second place is Ben Simmons. And I kind of did that just to throw in a little bit of diversity, guards versus centers. Because Miles Turner's my third. You have to mention Miles Turner. He's averaging fucking 3.5 blocks and a steal. But Simmons has been locking up. And the reason why I gave it to Simmons also is because of their success. They also are the 1 seed. And Ben Simmons stops a lot of teams' best guards. He's been exposed a couple times this year. But more often than not, he slows down the person that's in front of him, and he stops them a lot too. So Ben Simmons is my second, Miles Turner's my third, but I think we both agree he should go to Gobert. We'll see who he goes to, but I'd put my money on Gobert winning it if I bet.
I don't know about how what's the word I'm looking for? You know how people don't want to give the MVP to Giannis this year?
Yeah, voters fatigue. That's what
so
it's called.
Are they going to do that with Gobert?
Well, Giannis won it last year. Look, I know what you're saying though. They might not give it to him just because they already gave him 2 a couple years ago in a row. I wouldn't doubt it if they don't give it to him. Also because
double.
Is it allowed to hit the line or no?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that was in.
It literally barely hit it.
Okay, but like I was saying, I never trust the voters because it's media, coaches, and GMs. I believe. I don't ever trust them to make the right decision. They make the wrong decision all the time. So if it doesn't go to Gobert, I'm not surprised at all. Just because they have all that power. Like, media should not get a vote. They literally watch. I mean, they should, but it should be like
2%.
Yeah, it should mean like nothing. If you're a coach and you have to see him on court 20 feet away from you, and someone gets to watch it on TV, and some of these media members are fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Like, imagine Ryan Hollins gets a vote. Ryan Hollins or fucking... Even, like, Max Kellerman. He even says stupid shit all the time.
Or, what's his name? Kendrick Perkins.
Kendrick Perkins. He might get a vote. He's ESPN, right?
Yeah, he might get a vote.
Bro, he's gonna... No, I didn't. He's gonna give it to, like, fucking... Terry Rozier. He's gonna.
What are we talking about again?
Defensive player.
Oh yeah, he'll probably give it to like
Kendrick Perkins.
Trae Young.
That's wild.
It's not a double. Wow.
So what's the rule for foul balls?
So if it hits on the line, it's fair.
Okay,
but
that should be fair.
They say that it missed it.
Alright, fuck it. Moving on. Biggest award of the year. MVP. I only wrote 3. I
have 4.
Okay, that's okay. That's no problem. I know who your 4 is going to be, and I know who my 4th would be. But actually, let's go from the bottom up. Who's your 4? I know who your 4 is.
My 4?
Yes.
My 4 is Curry.
I didn't know that was your 4. I lied. I lied straight to your face that I knew who you wrote. So your 4 is Curry. Okay. Mm-hmm. Explain that. I mean, it's not much to explain, but at the same time, there is a lot to explain.
The only reason that he's not winning it is because of his team's record.
Yes.
He's averaging 32, 5, and 5.
Yeah.
Basically 5 and 6. On 48% shooting, 42% from 3, and he's made like
0 teammates on his team. That's a big stat. 0 teammates.
0 help. Curry's my number 4.
Their best player? Actually, I can't say that. Andrew Wiggins dropped 38 the other night. But at the same time...
what's he averaging? 18?
Juan Toscano Anderson.
You mean JTA?
JTA is getting quality minutes, and... You remember, huh? The very first game of his career against you guys? Or not of his career, but of the season against you guys?
Boy, damn near got an extension against us.
Yeah. Bro, that game against you guys is the reason why he's still playing today.
I know.
That's wild.
Who's your number 4?
My 4 would have been Giannis.
Okay.
If I gave a 4.
His was my 5.
Okay, yeah. Because Giannis, it's just the fact that, like we said it last episode, he's just not going to win it. No matter how he would have needed to pull out a 55-win season averaging 29 for him to win MVP. And he didn't do that. Mm-hmm. So, unfortunately, Giannis, you would have been my 4. Now, I think Giannis deserves it more than they give him credit for. I just know that they're not going to give it to him.
Yeah.
So who's your 3?
Moving on to number 3, and it's slightly tough because his games played are low, but it's Joel Embiid.
Ooh. I'm very curious to hear your list. That is very odd. Okay.
49 games played, 29, 11, and 3.
That's it. And read out his defensive stats because he's a great defender as well. The stats might not show it, but I'm sure he averages at least like 2 blocks.
1.4 blocks, 1 steal.
That's a bit lower than I thought it would be, but regardless, his defensive presence is up there.
Yeah, and
He
his
was a
3-point percentage is up 4%, which is big for centers. I like centers that stretch the floor.
Yeah. No, so Embiid is my... I'm not going to say it. Embiid's your 3. That's a great take. Chris Paul's my 3. So you might not have him on your list?
No.
So you don't have him on your list?
No.
Okay. Chris Paul's my 3. I've explained my take for him multiple times. Chris Paul is, if you were to look at the words that are in the award, most valuable player, if it were to truly go to the most valuable player every year, I think it would go to Curry this year. And at the same time, if Curry didn't win it, I think Chris Paul would be right there after him in terms of value, like straight up value. Unfortunately, it doesn't go to the most valuable player every year, but I put Chris Paul on this list because I cannot afford to disrespect him. He has been a game changer for every team he's been on. He led the Clippers. He led the fucking Charlotte, or the New Orleans, whatever they were back then, the Hornets. I think they were the New Orleans Hornets back
Bobcats,
then.
whatever the hell they were. Bobcats, Hornets, Bumblebees.
Whatever the fuck they were. He led
that team.
He led the
Thunder.
He led the Thunder to the playoffs when they were projected to be a 14 seed. And now he brought a 6 or 10 seed team last year to the 2nd seed. I think he deserves it. I know the stats aren't going to show it, but you who watches basketball know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so flying in at my number 2 with 69 games played. You might get mad.
You better not say fucking... Say it.
Nikola Jokic is my runner-up MVP.
Let me think. Who the fuck? He better not be saying who I'm thinking.
So...
He might say who I'm thinking. I'm going to get really mad if he's saying who I'm thinking.
So, Jokic had he had a very, very great season.
So good of a season,
averaging
bro.
27, 11, and 8.
27, 11, and 8 from a center.
He's the best big man in the league right now.
27, 11, and 8 from a center.
He's better than Embiid, shooting 56% from the field.
I've always thought he was better than Embiid.
And 40% from 3. Damn it.
Lakers are winning by 4.
And 40% from 3.
From a center.
From a center, yeah.
He's a center, running point guard, shooting threes, and getting rebounds.
Yep. He's insane.
Jokic is the MVP. I love Jokic, bro. I've loved the Nuggets for a minute now.
Yeah.
I'm so glad. Oh, my God. I'm a Laker fan, and throughout the years, I've always had a second team that I, root for. So, growing up, I was a Laker fan, and I rooted for... Actually, I really didn't even root for, any team when I was super young. But around the 2010-12 era...
Oh, my God, that ball's gone.
Or 2012-13 era, I started rooting for Kevin Durant and the Thunder. Loved that team. Loved Russell Westbrook. Loved Kevin Durant. James Harden wasn't really known back then, but he was pretty cool. They had fucking Thabo Cephalosha. They had just fucking players that I used to love. Serge Ibaka. Kendrick Perkins was on that team. And then moving on, once Katie left, I was kind of in a soft spot for a little bit. Didn't have a team to go for. And then I found the Nuggets. I fell in love with them. And so I might be a bit biased and being mad that you're not giving Jokic this year's MVP. I think that's why, because they're my second team.
Who's your 2?
My 2 is Joel Embiid.
Okay.
We've already given our explanation for him.
So your 1 is
It's fucking
Jokic.
nasty. Jokic is my number 1.
You don't know who my 1 is, huh?
I think I might know who your 1 is. But right now I'm looking at Ben McLemore lock up on defense. We're up 4 against this G League ass team.
Yeah,
but continue.
So
hold up before you. Actually, I'm gonna end the podcast off with this topic.
Okay.
But continue.
So coming in at number 1, my most valuable player of the 2021 NBA season
It's Iguodala.
is Taco J.
Taco J.
Averaging 26, 8, and 5.
You're so funny. You're fucking hilarious. He's,
Jokic.
talking about Jason Tatum.
MVP's Jokic.
I was like, Taco J? Bro, you know I was thinking of Taco Fall at first. I was like, he's fucking hilarious. You fucking put Jason Tatum on.
No, Jokic is the MVP.
I don't know why, but in my heart, I felt disrespected. I was like, no way you didn't put Jokic.
Who did you think I was gonna say?
I thought you were gonna say Harden or fucking
like someone. I thought you were
gonna give someone on the Nets.
No.
Yeah, so it's Jokic is the
MVP of this year. Shout out to Jason Tatum. I was just fucking around.
So to end off this episode, because fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm going to show you. Do you know who this man is? Mike James.
I heard he got extended right now, didn't he?
So
who did he get extended by?
The Nets. He is helping. He's more help on the Nets. I don't know if you know him. Was crazy when he was coming up. Went to Europe, I believe. And the Nets, signing all of their fantastic players, decided, hey, we could give this guy a chance. He's going crazy in Europe. Like, why not give him a chance now? He had a night not too long ago. He put, who was it? He put, oh my God, I'm going to be so mad. He put someone on the floor for a midi. Like, literally bent over, hands on the ground for a midi.
Yeah, the game against the Pacers, 0-for-7, 1 point.
Ooh, that's kind of rough. I feel bad for that game. He was getting locked the fuck up. But
Brogdon fucking.
Okay, I think it was the Trailblazers. He put someone on the floor. Oh no! It was this game. Because it was Tomas. Wait, what team is Tomas Satoransky on? He's still on the Bulls, right? I think that might have been his one bucket, and it might have been a 3. He put Tomas Satoransky on the floor. But I just wanted to talk about Mike James for a bit, just because I love Mike James.
Fuck Mike James.
Mike James is an OG. But that wraps up the episode. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and share. And leave a comment. What day is it today? We'll see you guys. We'll see you guys on Monday.